Hey YouTubers, welcome to this live stream and my name is Chandrakant and this channel is called Akulmach and usually we discuss about business and today also we are discussing about business and I have a very important topic to discuss, especially if you are a content creators and if you're not a content creator and watching me talk to you live, maybe you will get inspired to create a content. So before we start talking about the YouTube, especially because YouTube is a big part of the overall content strategy globally, uh, because that is the main subject of our discussion today. Let us talk about what is a content creator, who is a content creator, and why this beast is so important today when it basically comes to all walks of life. If you basically talk about sales and marketing, you talk about lead generation, you talk about education, learning, development, uh, even sharing ideas, etc., etc. So the content creation or content creator plays a major role. We have come a long way while being a content creator because while creating content there are a whole lot of tools available. There are editors, there are program directors, and entire paraphernalia of the movie making has now become a part of the content creator, very much part of the content creator, and that is why content creators are regarded much more with a lot of respect, because it takes a lot of effort to create content, and content creators are driving billions of dollars of revenue on the various content platforms. Which are these content platforms? You could be on Facebook, you could be on TikTok, you could be on YouTube, you could be any other platform. If you are a game content creator, then you will be most likely on Twitch. So content creators are very important aspect of today's business, and since content creator is very important, so in today's live stream we will discuss about what next innovation which is going to come and how this will affect the creation of content for all of us. So I think if you are not a content creator, by looking at this video, I'm sure by the end of this video you will get inspired, you will get a lot of ideas, you will also get a little bit of strategy which you can decide about when you actually decide to create your content. How content creators make money? Because content creation is not easy, because it requires idea, it requires production, it requires filming, it requires propagation of that content, and then all of these steps requires a proper strategy planning. And script may be required, sometimes it is unscripted. For example, this live show is totally unscripted because I am engaged with you absolutely live and there is no script running. I'm not making a video, I'm actually live right now, and if you send me a message, it will get displayed here on this side of the screen, and I can read your name, etc., and I can address you. So there could be a content like this one which is absolutely live, and we'll come to this in a moment. But the biggest advantage a content creator gets is that he has variety of platform to go and host his content, and the chances are that you will actually be a content creator either on Facebook or YouTube mostly, or TikTok or Instagram, and maybe one or two more. But then your choice of choosing the platform as a content creator will largely lie on who's going to pay you the money, because that is why you are in this business. Who's going to give you money in terms of monetization? So we know that YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, they're all monetized platform. That means if you are making a content, you can get monetized and you can make money. There are a whole lot of different mechanisms to make money. There could be endorsements, advertising, you have superchat now, you have number of views converted into the ad revenue, etc. So the whole lot of monetizations are possible. Now there are other platforms which are also quite big, like Twitter and LinkedIn. which are also business platform and very popular, very huge customer base, very popular. People are using them uh, on daily basis. These platforms are also generating a lot of revenue. However, since the content is driving most of the revenue, and some of these platforms which are driving traffic but not the content revenue, the content creators are staying away from these platforms like LinkedIn and Twitter, because there is no money to be made. So why help platforms to make money at the cost of content creators? So I think that is why the content creators are staying away from platforms like LinkedIn and Twitter, and they are migrating to YouTube and Facebook and Insta. And the content creation is happening mostly on these platforms, because these are very large platforms driving huge traffic, and also having a very good robust monetization plan. So content creators, when they are putting their heart and soul into creating content of all kinds, they are basically also making money, because money has to drive the world. They have to, you can't create content with empty stomach. You need to make money. So this is where most of the content creators are with these monetized platforms. And I'm not sure what is the reason why other platforms like Twitter and LinkedIn are not monetized. And I mean, they are losing out on a big opportunity. One side, they have started their live, especially both Twitter and LinkedIn. They have started their live initiative, but their live initiative is not monetized. So I think they are sitting on a gold mine. If they start monetizing, there will be content creators, especially for LinkedIn, who will then start creating content for LinkedIn on LinkedIn platform of all variety. And then they will start, if they have monetized plan, then the content creators will have an opportunity to make money. However, these are all nuances. There are a lot more complexities when it comes to basically making sure that your content is stands out. Thousands of people watch your content, and that's how you make money. All these monetized platform provide all kinds of mechanism. Now, last year, or after the pandemic, which is 2020, and between last year, suddenly there was an influx of the short messages. So we will talk about that as well. But the opportunity and the choice of platform for a content creator are also very well known. The platform which are providing the monetized monetization facility are the preferred platforms for content creators, and that is why most of the content creations are happening on these platforms. And since these platforms are content rich, there are a lot of traffic happening on these platforms, especially YouTube, etc. And hence these platforms are competing for the market pie, and they are relying on the content creators which are hosted on their platform to basically control that pie of the market. And that is why everybody makes money. This is how you make money, because if the market movers or shakers are YouTube and Facebook, then most of the advertising revenue will be going to the YouTube and Facebook, and that's how YouTube and Facebook as platform makes money. And that is how the content creators get paid from these platforms for creating a high revenue generator content, so that they can also make them share. They can actually share the spoil of that ad revenue which is coming in. So essentially, these platforms are now competing with the standard media like television and print media, etc. In fact, the print media is almost dead in terms of advertising revenue, and even the televisions have moved on to the online mechanism, and all of these channels are available on YouTube or Facebook. In fact, if you look at the political parties, they are also big time on Facebook. In fact, because of the reach of the Facebook, and they actually go live using Facebook Live, and that is why these platforms are now taking away a lot of bandwidth and all these different media are shifting to the online YouTube, Facebook, etc., TikTok, etc., where there are a lot of programs being broadcasted. There are thousands and millions of content creators, and there are millions of content on daily basis which are churning out, and hence, when there are billion viewers, million content, obviously there is a matrix which evolves. And when we talk about matrix, then obviously this is all based on algorithm. So I think we know that there are a lot of algorithms which will actually show your content, and your content is actually driven by the algorithm. Whether you are on Facebook or on any other platform, or platforms like Twitter or Twitch or YouTube, you all control your content. How many viewers your content will get is all determined by the built-in smart AI enabled algorithm. So more people like your content, more viewership you will get. More popular your video get, and so on and so forth. So the content, if you have a compelling content, it has the ability to snowball. So after explaining and after building all these things as a point for discussion, I would like to address the elephant in the room, which is what is new now is coming. And as the title suggests, that something has to undergo a lot of change. Simply because until last year, we were hearing that the next strategy for content will be driven mostly by the short video format, which is nothing but the small 60-second videos, reels, etc. And all these platforms were saying that, hey, why don't you make these short videos, because short videos will drive a lot of traffic to your own content. So you make long video and you also make short video. And the short video was popularized by guys like TikTok, etc., and then Facebook, Instagram, where the short videos are very, very popular. And in fact, they are so much popular that when you want to basically look at something which is more, you want to just browse through these short videos, then the platform of your preference would be most likely either TikTok, Facebook, or Instagram. They are driving, there is a lot of churn in the short video platform. However, none of these platforms are leaders in the long video format, which is the hallmark of the video making. So if you make a long video which is like 10 minutes video, you can give a lot of information, and you have you can plan your video in the sense that there will be a introduction, there will be a preface, there will be a main body of your video, then there will be a conclusion, etc. So you can actually plan the proper video if you have at least 10 to 15 minutes, at the most 20 minutes. However, the platforms which are doing very well in the short video format do not have mechanism for providing long video arena. I mean, they are finding, they are sort of typecasted in a short video market area, and they have to get out of that and get into also long video, because eventually once a person is tired of looking at short video after an hour, he has to really get into some sort of knowledge gaining session. And since everything is running through video platform, somebody has to basically look at the long video. And the long video today, the expert is the big daddy of all the long video is YouTube. And that is why, because YouTube, teams were aware of where the market is going, and obviously they are also in the market for competition sakes. They would like to promote their own content, and also the content producers, guys like you and me. So what is new that YouTube is doing, which will undergo a lot of change? In fact, YouTube also started saying that make the short video, and they branded this as YouTube Shorts, and said that you can actually have up to 60 seconds and create short videos. However, you are doing, I'm sure if you're a content creator, I see a lot of content creators are actually creating their short videos as well. And using your own channel, you can actually, you have a flexibility to make long video as well as short video. So you are making short videos, which will eventually result into increase of little bit of traffic of your long video. However, your long videos are still very popular. They form the major chunk of the viewers, or TRP as we call it. How much engagement you are able to offer using the long video is still driving most of the traffic on the when you talk about specifically YouTube platform. So what is that the YouTube is doing which others are still catching up? So let's discuss that. So moving away from the short video format, which is having its own place, but then the linkages between short video to long video, only YouTube is able to crack so far. And as you can see, I'm going to talk about this mic. What is this that YouTube is doing differently? They are actually reinventing the long video format in the form of podcast. And since YouTube has a huge subscription base, they have introduced a very powerful feature called podcast. And if you are big time on YouTube, I'm sure you must have seen that. And the podcasts are usually live, and podcasts are, so this is a podcast in which you can see me live right now. There is no rehearsed some sort of a teleprompter, or there is no script. I'm talking to you as it is coming to me. So I'm talking to you very frankly as a human being. So that is the power of podcast. That means there is no rehearsal required. You can actually come in front of your audience and then you present what the idea that you are talking about. So YouTube is now basically bringing the old podcast back into the long video format. And since this is different, no other platform has the ability to compete with this podcast, because YouTube has the mechanism. They can basically they can actually allow you to directly live stream whatever the idea that you want to talk about. And it turns out that 80% of the video watchers today are watching the live streams, which is nothing but podcast feature on YouTube. So this is what is happening today. The podcast is now driving most of the traffic on the YouTube platform. And as you know that when it comes to long video format, YouTube is clearly a market leader. And in combination with live stream, which is being watched mostly by almost 80% of the audience on any video platform, then you have a killer combination. So I think the big change which is already happened about a month back and will continue in future, is basically the live streaming. And live streaming is the most valuable resource that YouTube is providing, and that is how they are going to soar out of the competition. They are going to give big competition to other next big player like Instagram and Facebook. And because YouTube is expert in long video format, and then you can actually conduct an hour podcast talking to your audience, engaging with them live, and share your ideas, etc., etc. To promote the podcast, there are so many other things which are already added. For example, you can easily create a podcast within like few seconds and go live, or you can schedule the podcast on YouTube platform so that you have better engagement with certain set of audience. And then you can have multiple podcasts running on multiple different subjects. That way you will have variety of audience coming back to your channel. Otherwise you will have to create different channels for different activities. So podcast is a great feature where you can actually, your channel can get popularity from 2 to 5 different types of audiences. So for different podcasts you can have different audience, and then audience can actually interact with you live. And that is a killer proposition that YouTube is bringing. And they've also integrated the super chat feature into the podcast, which actually drive a lot of revenue. There are a lot of live advertising happening. This super chat also bring the ability to convert footfalls on your podcast directly into your advertisers, your sponsors lead generation directly. There is no conversion, or there's no looking back into hot leads, cold leads, etc. It's a direct conversion of a podcaster's audience into your sponsors leads. So these are certain powerful features which are available in YouTube platforms, and that is what is driving most of the traffic today. So if you are into video making, if you are a content creator, my message to you is, while you continue making the video, editing, uploading, and performing these different premieres of your content, start looking at the podcast feature very, very closely, because that is what is going to drive most of the traffic. The podcast has been brought back by YouTube in a very big way, and this is why the live streaming, the one similar to what I'm doing right now, I'm actually engaging with you live instead of making a video on this very subject, so that there is a lot of frankness in what as a content creator I'm able to depict to you. So I'm engaging with you live, I'm sharing the idea, I'm giving you an idea what you can achieve by going live, what is the type of traffic you can generate, how you can generate revenue, much more revenue than you can ever imagine if you are stuck into one or two different categories like generating shorts or video uploads. So I think that is a big change that YouTube has brought in about a month back, when they added the podcast feature into the core segment of the service offerings. So if your channel is monetized, I think it's a time for you to basically start planning live shows, live streams, because the future lies in the live streams. So with this message, let me end my live stream, and this live stream will also be stored as a video, so you can watch this. And if you have any questions, you are most welcome to share your thoughts and your questions, and I will take up again tomorrow same time. If there are interesting questions, I will actually pick up and address your questions with your name, and I will answer those questions. So friends, thanks for watching me live, and I will catch you again tomorrow same time. Until then, please take care. Bye bye for now.